Is Yuto the underrated goat? When you think about Arc 5, what comes to your mind, man? Like, is it pendulum summoning? Is it like performer pals? Maybe the legacy characters? For me, it's the GOAT, the greatest XZ's user of all time. No questions, no doubts about it, bro. It's Yuto from the XZ's dimension. Now. Hold on. I know what y'all gonna say. Didn't your boy get clapped like in the first season? And like, don't he got like less than 5 duels? Like, hold your horses. I get it. Like, is this video kind of like an excuse to talk about my guy? It kind of is, man. I can't. But truthfully, like, since Yuto is like the main reason why I even decided to like return to like duelinks or just Yu-Gi-Oh in general this year, like I feel like I need to like pay my respects. You know, like give my guy his flowers, especially since he is finally getting his support in the year of 2026. Like, I didn't think this was possible, man. Now, let's start off with the beginning of Arc 5 when my guy was known as the Dark Mask Duelist. You know, he was like unknown. No one really gave a fuck about him. that was kind of his like nickname because he didn't want to blow his cover, and he had his like own shit to deal with. You know, back what happened in X's dimension. So yeah, that's pretty much what they called him, the Dark Mask Duelist. So the first duel he had in Arc 5 was of course against Silvio, but that's when we got to see the GOAT in action, and as well as my favorite deck in pretty much all of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is the Phantom Knights. On the first turn, my guy ended up setting up like pretty much every card in his hand, bro. He had nothing in his hand by the time he ended his turn. Of course, like everybody in that whole room was thinking he was buns, bro. Like Zuzu thought he was buns, Silvio thought he was buns, like his goons thought he was buns. Like everybody just thought he had nothing, bro. But of course, that's just like many ways he can use like his Phantom Knights to the full power. Of course, Silvio swipes his back row, but he's trying to get one up on him. Pause. But of course, Yuto brings out the CM Punk of dragons. He brings out the GOAT, bro, the GOAT Dark Rebellion Z Dragon. Like, come on, bro. Once this motherfucker is out, it's almost checkmate. Now, obviously, in the anime, it works different to how like the TCG and its effect works. So it's similar where it just drains the attack, adds it to itself, but it can use it twice. But at the end of the turn, it reverts to its original attack. So that's pretty much like the difference in the anime and the TCG. TCG, you keep it, except you use 2 overlay units. So again, it's a little mixed up, but that's what it is. But that doesn't really matter because in the end, of course, it's easy pickings for Yuto, bro. Like, the most underrated card in the Phantom Knights, in my opinion, well, at least in duelinks, is of course Phantom Spear. Y'all know what you can do. You can deal 500 damage. But I think in the anime it also works differently. So it again, I think he just like either destroyed it or just banished it, and then he dealt like the last 500 damage to Silvio, which picks up the W. It doesn't matter. He still got the W in the end in his debut match. So a win is a win. Now, you can't not tell me after Yuto's first duel that he did not have potential to be one of the best duelists in the series. Like, who else like has a playstyle like this? And like, who else just fucking sets every card in his hand the first turn? Like, no one was like him. That's why he is one of the GOATs. Of course. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. So now let me skip to like let me skip the filler duels, so we move on to like the next duel, right? Let me check what's next on my screen. Oh, see already? Fuck. Goddamn, man. Now I'm gonna be real. This duel is just the writers like just showing off how other Phantom Knights monsters can combo into like Dark Rebellion, and also vice versa with Yu-Gi-Oh and Speedroid. So again, it is what it is, but it's a duel nevertheless. So let's just check it out. First things first, Speedroids are pretty cool and pretty easy to use. Shit, I think I got one like in Match Duel. Of course, I got it in duelinks. I also have like one in like TC. I have one in real life. I don't really use it, but it's pretty much kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh / Yu-Gi-Oh mix in sorta. So again, easy to use, easy to bring out. Of course, Clearwing, which is Yu-Gi-Oh's Dragon Ace. But of course, to sell the decks at the time, you need to advertise the other monsters in it. So just not like excluding Clearwing, you're gonna want to speedroid like advertise high speedroids that also came out. So of course, Yugo brings out high speedroid Kedama. And Yu-Gi-Oh of course gets the underrated goat of the deck, the other Xyz monster that you can also summon, which is Brazor. Actually, let me do a little jam. What's that shit called? Sword of the Knights who fall on the battlefield, now revived, become the light that rendered the darkness. This shit is cold as fuck, bro. Alright, let me get back to the video though. Rushing over the plays. But Yu-Gi-Oh gets out, of course, his Yu-Gi-Oh, his Ace Dragon. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, he gets his Ace Dragon out, which is Clear Wing. And of course, he destroys Breaksword, which again, his effect can bring out two the monsters that are pretty much used for the material for Breaksword, and can turn them from level 3 to level 4. Y'all know how this shit goes. I've done it so many times in Duel Links. Like, come on now. He just brings out the one and only Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Oh my god. So of course, Xyz Dragon is summoned, and it's looking like Clear Wing versus Dark Rebellion. You know what I'm saying? Like John Cena versus CM Punk, Allen's Charizard versus Ash's Green Ninja. Like, come on, bro. You cannot. Who else? Like, you think you're gonna get like what Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon versus what Starving? Get that whack shit out of here. Come on now. Now, that Pokemon line is of course was foreshadowing, because if you know, you know. Like once like the first season, right when Yuto has game, pretty much has checkmate. God damn it, man. The Arc 5 riders had different plans. As if I remember correctly, Yuto snaps out of like Zark's possession or like rage, and then he pretty much like forfeits like his turn. He pretty much forfeited the duel at this point. Like, it's just so dumb. What the fuck? And of course, it also leads to him dying or Yuya inheriting him. Same shit. Doesn't really matter. I mean, this is like the equivalent of like Judai, like showing off Judai's potential in GX, and then killing him off during like the Camula arc. Like, what the fuck are these writers on, man? Like, again, it's so dumb, it's so stupid. Is Yuto the GOAT? Because in the end, this is the whole video, bro. Just me talking about Yuto, but in the end, yes, Yuto, my guy, is the GOAT of Arc 5. Like, at least in my heart. Well, not including like the manga, because I heard some crazy shit is in that. But that's up in the air, bro. That's it, man. Fuck this shit. Post interview. If you made it here, thanks. I really appreciate you took time to watch it to the end, or at least like to a degree, of course. This is like a very different style video I've been working on, so like I hope you guys enjoy it instead of like my usual detailed analysis that I do for like duelinks and shit. Speaking of duelinks, yeah, burnout definitely. But not that big of a burnout. I do want to go back to like playing Brewery. Of course, Yuto, I will always like go back to Yuto eventually. Just at the moment, I do want to play like other characters in decks. So of course, I'm going to be like utilizing Riri more. I do want to know how to play like lyrlusc. I think again, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I do want to know how to like get used to playing it. I mean, like I beat like Dark Dragoon, not really knowing what what I was pretty much doing. So I know like it has potential, but yeah, like it should like return soon. So stick around for that. As of me like rewriting this, I am currently like behind. I usually do upload like on Wednesday, but due to like time constraints, it just caught up to me. And I usually like write a script or like a topic I have in mind. Like usually when I'm in transportation, or like at the end of the night, usually like, dead at night, like at 1 a.m. or something, when I randomly get like an idea or some sort of shit. But yeah, like usually I need to find time to just to like write, and then after that I need to find time to record and then edit. So apologies, but at least I'm making this right now on Thursday. So I missed yesterday, but I didn't miss like the week. So technically, you still get a video, but it is what it is. Again, thank you guys for watching, and till next time.